Time, an endless river flowing from the past through the present into the future. Join us as we explore the Kozyrev Mirror, a device that blurs the boundaries of time itself. Our story begins with Nikolai Kozyrev, a Russian astrophysicist who envisioned breaching the walls of time. Driven by curiosity, Kozyrev theorized time as an active force, a river of energy connecting all things. Kozyrev conceived the Kozyrev Mirror, a chamber of subtle energies designed to manipulate reality. Constructed from polished aluminum, it amplifies time energy, creating a lens to glimpse hidden dimensions. Word of the Kozyrev Mirror spread, attracting scientists, researchers, and mystics. Intrigued by these tales, we embark on our own journey of discovery. Our aim is to understand the human desire to transcend the boundaries of the known. Picture a nondescript building on the outskirts of Moscow housing the Kozyrev Mirror. This is the threshold of the unknown, where time and space are fluid elements. The Kozyrev Mirror dominates the room, a chamber of polished aluminum reflecting the essence of the unknown. A profound stillness pervades, amplifying every thought and heartbeat. A palpable tension hangs in the air as participants prepare for their journey. The stage is set for a voyage into the uncharted territories of time and space. One by one, participants step into the Kozyrev Mirror, their minds open to the extraordinary. The journey into the heart of the Kozyrev Mirror is about to begin. Fasten your seatbelts, dear listeners. Our first traveler, Elena, settles into the embrace of the Kozyrev Mirror. A historian, she has spent her life immersed in the past, yet she yearns to experience history firsthand. Her eyes hold a flicker of nervous anticipation. Her breath, shallow and quick, echoes in the silent chamber. The cool metal of the chair draws the heat from her body. The air takes on a subtle charge, pregnant with possibility. The silence within the chamber deepens, a tangible presence that presses against Elena's eardrums, and then a shift, a subtle flicker in the mirrored surface, a distortion that seems to ripple outward from the center of Elena's reflection. The metallic chill in the air intensifies, sending a shiver down her spine. Is this it? The moment of transition, the point at which the boundaries of time and space begin to dissolve? Her mind, a whirlwind of thoughts and expectations, struggles to maintain its grip on reality. The familiar world, with its concrete edges and predictable laws, seems to recede, replaced by a sense of disorientation, of being unmoored from the familiar flow of time. The hum of the monitoring equipment, once a reassuring constant, takes on a new, almost sinister edge, like the drone of some unseen machine working its will upon her consciousness. The temperature in the chamber plummets, a wave of icy air washing over Elena, stealing her breath. Her fingers, still clutching the silver locket, go numb, the coldness seeming to seep into her very bones. Fear, primal and instinctive, threatens to overwhelm her, but she fights it back, clinging to the purpose that brought her here. This is the unknown, the realm beyond the veil of everyday experience, and she is determined to see it through. The metallic chill recedes, replaced by the crisp, invigorating air of a forest at dawn. Elena opens her eyes, her breath catching in her throat. A towering canopy of pine trees, their branches heavy with snow, filters the pale light of a winter sun. Disbelief wars with wonder as Elena takes in her surroundings. Through the trees she hears a faint crackling sound, accompanied by the aroma of wood smoke. A log cabin, its walls weathered and worn, smoke rising lazily from its chimney. As Eleanor approaches the cabin, drawn by an invisible force, she hears the murmur of voices. Soft, indistinct whispers carried on the wind, speaking in a language she doesn't recognize but somehow understands. They are words heavy with emotion, a mixture of laughter and sorrow, fear and hope. She can almost make out the shapes of figures moving within the cabin, their shadows dancing against the snow-covered ground. A sense of unreality washes over her. Is she dreaming, hallucinating? Or has the Kozyrev Mirror somehow transported her to another time, another place? The rational part of her mind, the part trained to analyze and dissect, screams in protest. This is impossible, it insists, a violation of the very laws of physics. But another part of her, A deeper, more instinctive part embraces the impossible, surrendering to the wonder of the moment. She reaches out a hand as if to touch the ethereal scene before her, but her fingers meet only empty air. The cold bites at her skin, a stark reminder of her physical presence in this impossible moment. The whispers grow louder, more distinct, and Elena realizes that they are speaking of war, of hardship, of a struggle for survival. A profound sadness settles over her, a sense of empathy for these unseen people, their voices echoing across time and space. Who are they, these figures from another era, their lives so different yet strangely connected to her own? As Elena listens to the whispers, she realizes with a start that she understands the language. It is Old Russian, the language of her ancestors, the language of history books and ancient scrolls. The words wash over her, painting a vivid picture of life in a time long past. She learns of a small village struggling to survive the hardships of war and a bitter winter. She hears tales of courage and sacrifice, of love and loss, of the enduring strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity. The weight of history, so often an abstract concept confined to textbooks, becomes achingly real, a tangible presence that settles upon her shoulders. The whispers lead her to a particular name, repeated with a mixture of reverence and sorrow: Ivan. A young man, she gathers, a soldier fighting for a cause he believes in, his heart torn between duty and love for his family, trapped within the walls of the besieged village. Elena feels an unexpected connection to this unknown soldier, a shared sense of longing, of being caught between two worlds. She yearns to know more, to understand his story, to see the world through his eyes. As if sensing her thoughts, the whispers intensify, drawing her closer to the cabin, closer to the heart of the mystery. The cabin door swings open as if beckoning her inside. Elena hesitates for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest, before stepping across the threshold and into the warm embrace of the past. The interior is small and sparsely furnished, the air thick with the scent of wood smoke and something else, a comforting aroma of freshly baked bread. A fire crackles merrily in the hearth, casting dancing shadows on the rough-hewn walls. Seated around a sturdy wooden table, their faces illuminated by the firelight, are a group of people. They are dressed in simple, rough-spun clothing, their faces etched with fatigue, but their eyes shining with warmth and resilience. Among them, a young man, his features strikingly familiar, the soldier Ivan from the Whispers. Their eyes meet across the crowded room, and for a moment time seems to stand still. Elena feels a jolt, a strange sense of recognition, as if she has known this man her entire life, even though they have only just met. He rises from his chair, a look of astonishment on his face, as if he too senses the impossible connection between them. Their eyes hold a shared history, a bond that transcends time and space. In that moment, the impossible seems not only possible, but inevitable. The barriers between past, present, and future dissolve, leaving only the raw, undeniable connection between two souls, separated by centuries, yet united by a force beyond comprehension. The sound of a door slamming shut jolts Elena back to the present. The warm cabin dissolves, replaced by the cold, metallic walls of the Kozyrev chamber. The flickering flames give way to the harsh glare of the overhead lights. The scent of wood smoke fades, leaving only the sterile aroma of machinery and disinfectant. The hum of the monitoring equipment roars in her ears. Elena sits up, her heart pounding, her breath ragged. The silver locket in her hand is warm, a reminder of the impossible experience. Had it been real, a genuine journey through time, or a hallucination? Scientists flood into the chamber, their faces a mixture of concern and anticipation. They bombard her with questions, their voices a cacophony. But Elena remains silent, her gaze fixed on the Kozyrev Mirror. She has no words to describe what she has seen. The experience feels both personal and vast, a secret she is not ready to share. For now she carries the memory of the cabin and the gaze of the young soldier Ivan. The journey may be over, but its impact on Elena's soul has just begun. Our narrative now shifts to Dr. Yuri Volkov, a man of science and logic, yet drawn to the Kozyrev Mirror. A physicist by training, his mind is a tapestry of complex theories and mathematical models. He approaches the Kozyrev Mirror with the calculated curiosity of a seasoned explorer. He seeks a glimpse into the heart of time itself to understand its mechanics. His gaze sweeps over the apparatus, taking in the gleaming aluminum curves. Unlike Elena, who sought connection with the past, Yuri seeks understanding of the future, to see beyond the linear progression we perceive and into the swirling possibilities. This is his moment, his chance to confront the universe's greatest enigma. The transition for Yuri is not a sudden shift, but a gradual unfolding. The metallic chill of the chamber intensifies, pressing against his skin. He feels a tingling sensation, spreading outwards until it encompasses his entire being. He sees a brilliant, all-encompassing white light. The light resolves into a breathtaking panorama of stars. He is adrift in a sea of stars, surrounded by the raw energy of the universe. Amidst this cosmic power, Yuri feels a strange sense of peace. The stars begin to swirl and dance, their movements no longer random but purposeful, forming patterns and shapes that seem both familiar and alien. He senses a presence, not a physical being, but rather an intelligence, a consciousness that permeates the very fabric of the cosmos. It is a subtle presence, barely perceptible, yet undeniably there, like a whisper on the wind, a faint melody carried on the cosmic breeze. The presence, if it can be called that, does not speak in words, but in concepts, in flashes of insight that illuminate the hidden connections between all things. Time, he begins to understand, is not a linear progression, but a multidimensional tapestry, a vast and intricate web of possibilities. The past, present, and future are not separate entities, but rather coexisting aspects of a single unified reality. He sees glimpses of the future, not as fixed events, but as potential outcomes, flickering possibilities in a sea of probability. He witnesses the rise and fall of civilizations, the evolution of consciousness, the boundless potential of the human spirit as it strives to comprehend its place in the universe. And yet, for all its grandeur and complexity, the future remains fluid, unfixed, a testament to the power of free will and the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. One vision burns brighter, lingers longer than the rest. A city, unlike any he has ever seen, rises from the swirling star patterns. It shimmers with an inner light, a radiant energy from its core. Buildings, impossibly tall and slender, pierce the sky like needles of light. People move fluidly, their faces radiating peace and harmony. This is a civilization far advanced, transcending technology. They harness energy to enhance consciousness, connecting deeply. The air vibrates with unseen energy, a palpable hum of life force. A shared purpose binds them through respect for each other and nature. This is a future, Yuri realizes, a beacon of hope and potential. He finds himself drawn to a particular structure, a towering spire of crystal that seems to pierce the very heavens. It pulsates with a vibrant energy, a beacon of light that draws him in, promising answers to questions he has yet to even formulate. As he approaches, he senses the presence of others, not physical beings, but rather consciousnesses, minds unfettered by the limitations of flesh and bone. They welcome him, not with words, but with a feeling of overwhelming acceptance, a sense of coming home after a long and arduous journey. He is bombarded with information, concepts, and ideas that stretch his mind to its very limits. Yet he absorbs it all, his consciousness expanding to accommodate this newfound knowledge. He learns of the interconnectedness of all things, the delicate balance that governs the universe, the intricate dance between energy and matter, time and space, consciousness and reality. He sees the potential for humanity to evolve, to transcend its current limitations and embrace a future filled with wonder, possibility, and unimaginable beauty. But most importantly, he understands that the future is not predetermined, that the choices we make, both individually and collectively, shape the course of destiny. We have the power, he realizes, to create a future filled with hope, harmony, and boundless potential, but only if we dare to dream big enough, to believe in the impossible, and to embrace the unknown with open hearts and open minds. The return. The transition back to the present is abrupt, jarring. The brilliant light fades, replaced by the harsh glare of the overhead lights in the Kozyrev chamber. The cosmic symphony of the universe gives way to the insistent hum of the monitoring equipment, now sounding harsh and discordant to his sensitized ears. He feels the weight of his physical body returning, a leaden cloak after the boundless freedom of his consciousness. He opens his eyes, blinking against the sudden onslaught of sensory input. The metallic walls of the chamber seem to press in on him, suffocating after the infinite expanse of the cosmos. He takes a deep breath, the cool, sterile air tasting stale and lifeless after the vibrant energy of the future. The scientists and technicians crowd around him, their faces a mixture of concern and eager anticipation. They bombard him with questions, their voices a commotion after the profound silence of his experience. But he can only shake his head, unable to find the words to describe the wonders he has witnessed, the knowledge he has gained, the profound shift in perception that has irrevocably altered his understanding of the universe and his place within it. He emerges from the Kozyrev Mirror a changed man, forever marked by his journey into the heart of time. Time's labyrinth. The experiences of Elena and Yuri, though vastly different, share a common thread, a profound sense of awe, a glimpse into the vastness of existence that transcends the limitations of our everyday perceptions. They have touched the face of the infinite, peered into the heart of time's labyrinth, and returned forever changed by the encounter. Elena, the historian, carries with her the memory of shared humanity across centuries, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love, courage, and resilience endure. Yuri, the physicist, returns with a mind brimming with new possibilities, his understanding of the universe forever altered by his glimpse into the future. The Kozyrev Mirror, a silent sentinel in a nondescript laboratory, stands as a testament to the boundless potential of human consciousness, a gateway to realms beyond our current comprehension. It is a tool, not for conquering time, but for understanding it, for embracing the infinite possibilities that lie hidden within its embrace. The journey into the heart of time continues, its mysteries waiting to be unraveled, its secrets whispering to those who dare to listen. The artist's canvas. Anya experiences time as a swirling vortex of emotions and fleeting images. Her world is a canvas of her inner landscape. She approaches the Kozyrev Mirror with an open heart, eager for its mysteries. To her, it's a shimmering portal to hidden dimensions. Her fingers tremble as she prepares to paint. The silence feels like a warm embrace, a comforting cocoon. The hum of equipment becomes a soothing backdrop. She closes her eyes, takes a deep breath, and surrenders to the unknown. The Kozyrev Mirror is a conduit to the timeless where past, present and future dissolve. The transition for Anya is a kaleidoscope of colours and textures, a whirlwind of sensations that bombard her senses. The metallic chill of the chamber melts away, replaced by a wave of warmth that spreads through her limbs, chasing away the chill of anticipation. The silence transforms into a symphony of sound, a chorus of whispers, murmurs, and distant melodies that weave a tapestry of sonic delight. Her closed eyelids become a screen onto which 1,000 images are projected. Swirling galaxies, blooming flowers, the faces of strangers, both beautiful and grotesque, all morphing and changing in a breathtaking display of visual poetry. She feels a sense of movement, not physical, but rather a flowing, a becoming, as if she's riding the crest of a wave that carries her ever deeper into the heart of the unknown. Time, as she understands it, ceases to exist. There is only the eternal now, a boundless present moment in which all possibilities coexist, a canvas upon which she is free to paint her own reality. And then silence. Not the oppressive silence of the chamber, but a profound, all-encompassing stillness, a silence that speaks volumes in its very emptiness. The white light fades, revealing a landscape unlike any she has ever seen, a dreamscape woven from shadows and light, where impossible geometries intertwine. Trees with branches of smoke reach towards a sky filled with swirling constellations. She is a dancer in a ballet of shadows and light, guided by intuition. She encounters beings woven from dreams, their forms shifting and changing. She feels a profound sense of wonder, a childlike delight in the beauty of it all. The landscape begins to shift once more, the impossible forms dissolving, the colors fading, until all that remains is a vast empty space, an infinite void filled with a soft, diffuse light. And then she sees it, a tiny point of light, a singularity that seems to contain within it the potential for everything that ever was, is, or ever will be. It draws her in, this point of infinite possibility, and as she approaches, it expands, revealing itself to be not a point at all, but a mirror, a reflection of her own consciousness, a universe contained within the confines of her own being. She sees her past, present, and future not as a linear progression, but as a swirling vortex of possibilities, a kaleidoscope of choices and consequences, all existing simultaneously within the vastness of her own being. She sees her flaws, her fears, her limitations, but she also sees her strength, her compassion, her boundless capacity for love and creativity. She understands in that moment that she is both everything and nothing, a microcosm of the universe itself, containing within her the potential for infinite creation and destruction, joy and sorrow, love and loss. The image fades, the light dims, and Anya finds herself back in the Kozyrev chamber, the familiar metallic chill seeping back into her bones. The hum of the monitoring equipment, once a lullaby, now grates on her nerves, a jarring reminder of the mundane world outside her own consciousness. She opens her eyes, blinking against the harsh glare of the overhead lights, her mind still reeling from the journey she has just undertaken. The scientists and technicians crowd around her, their faces a mixture of concern and eager anticipation. But their words seem distant and muffled, their questions irrelevant in the face of the profound experience she has just undergone. She has no words to describe what she has seen, what she has felt, what she has learned. The experience, still vivid in her mind's eye, is not something to be analyzed, dissected, or explained. It is a feeling, a sensation, a truth that resides deep within her bones, a universe waiting to be explored, a masterpiece forever in progress. She rises from the chair, her movements slow and deliberate, her gaze distant, lost in the labyrinthine corridors of her own mind. The Kozyrev Mirror, now just a cold metallic object in a sterile room, holds no more answers for her. The real journey, she now understands, lies within. Elena, Yuri, Anya, three souls, drawn to the enigmatic embrace of the Kozyrev Mirror, each seeking a different truth, each touched by the infinite in their own unique way. They emerged from the chamber forever altered, their perceptions of reality irrevocably shifted. The scientists, armed with their instruments and equations, struggled to make sense of the data, to quantify the unquantifiable, the readings, the fluctuations in energy, the physiological changes, all pointed to something extraordinary, something that defied conventional explanation. Yet the most profound truths, the most transformative experiences, remained elusive, locked away in the hearts and minds of those who had dared to step beyond the veil of the known. Elena, her historian's mind struggling to reconcile the impossible experience with her rational worldview, found solace in the shared humanity of her encounter, a reminder that the past is not just a collection of dates and events, but a tapestry woven from the threads of countless lives, each with its own story to tell. The weight of history, once a heavy burden, now felt like a sacred trust, a connection to something larger than herself, a story that transcended time and space. The past, she realized, was not lost, but lived on, echoing through the corridors of time, waiting to be heard, to be remembered, to be honored. Yuri, the physicist, returned from his journey to the future with more questions than answers. The equations, the formulas, the elegant models of the universe he had constructed in his mind, all seemed woefully inadequate to describe the swirling vortex of possibilities he had glimpsed. The universe, he now understood, was not a clockwork mechanism, predictable and finite, but a living, breathing organism, infinitely complex and ever-evolving. The future he had seen was not a fixed destination, but a fluid tapestry, woven from the threads of countless choices, each action, each decision sending ripples outwards, shaping the fabric of reality. He had glimpsed a future filled with wonder, with harmony, with the boundless potential of a humanity that had transcended its limitations and embraced its place within the grand cosmic dance. But he had also sensed the fragility of it all, the ever-present possibility of chaos, of destruction, of humanity's own capacity for self-destruction. The future, he realized, was not something to be predicted but created, a responsibility that weighed heavily on his shoulders, a challenge he felt ill-equipped to face. And yet he couldn't shake the feeling that he had been given a gift, a glimpse behind the curtain of reality, a glimpse that had irrevocably altered his understanding of the universe and his place within it. Anya, the artist, emerged from the Kozyrev Mirror with a heart overflowing with colors, textures, and emotions. The experience, still vivid in her mind's eye, defied description. The world, once familiar, now shimmered with hidden depths, an infinite canvas upon which the unseen danced and played. The boundaries between reality and imagination blurred. The line between the tangible and the intangible dissolved into a kaleidoscope of possibilities. She longed to capture it all, to translate the ineffable into tangible form, only through the language of color, of texture, of the raw, emotional power of art. The Kozyrev Mirror, once a symbol of scientific inquiry, had become for Anya a doorway to the soul, a reminder that the greatest journey of all is the journey inwards, a journey of self-discovery, embracing the infinite possibilities within the depths of our own being. And so the journey continues, each touched by the infinite, each forever changed. The echoes of their experiences ripple outwards, inspiring wonder, sparking debate, reminding us that the universe, like the human heart, is a place of endless mystery and boundless possibility. The Kozyrev Mirror. Even the name whispers of the enigmatic. Was it a tool, a doorway, a mere reflection of our own yearning for the impossible? The jury, as they say, is still out. The scientific community remains skeptical. The data is anecdotal, subjective. Can we measure the stirrings of the soul? And yet the stories linger. Elena, Yuri, Anya, their experiences carry a weight that transcends scientific inquiry. They speak of a reality beyond our everyday perceptions. Are these journeys real, or simply the product of overactive imaginations? Minds seeking solace in a world that often feels cold and indifferent. Perhaps the answer lies in human experience, in the undeniable truth that we are beings of extraordinary potential, capable of tapping into realms of consciousness that defy rational explanation. The Kozyrev Mirror serves as a potent symbol of our fascination with the unknown, our relentless pursuit of the transcendent. It reflects back at us our own image, not as we are, but as we could be, explorers of the infinite. The true mystery, then, may not lie in the mechanics of the Kozyrev Mirror itself, but in the extraordinary capabilities of the human mind. Are we, as a species, capable of tapping into a universal consciousness, of accessing realms of existence beyond the limitations of our physical senses? The answer, elusive though it may be, lies within each of us. The Kozyrev Mirror, like any good mirror, forces us to confront ourselves, to look beyond the surface and into the depths of our own being. It challenges us to question our assumptions, to expand our definitions of what is possible, to embrace the mystery and wonder that lie at the heart of existence. Perhaps in the end, the most important journeys are not those that take us across vast distances of time and space, but those that lead us deeper into ourselves, into the heart of the human equation, where the known and the unknown dance in a delicate, ever-shifting balance. The Kozyrev Mirror, a silent sentinel in a nondescript laboratory, stands as a testament to this ongoing quest, a reminder that the greatest adventure of all is the exploration of our own consciousness, a journey that begins and ends with the simple act of looking within. If you're ready to dive deeper into the mysteries of the universe, hit subscribe and explore the infinite with me.